Yes, can you hear me? Is Dominique?
Police charge a man in connection with 2 double homicides. We'll tell you where he was when officers tried to arrest him.
Also ahead, a neighborhood in mourning as friends and family prepare to say their final goodbyes to a 15-year-old brutally murdered in the Hawville community. The community is coming together today. I'm Matt McCutcheon. What's planned ahead live on Sunrise Weekend?
And we are tracking a cold front that will bring in some thunderstorms later on tonight. In the meantime, a beautiful Saturday on tap. I'll have the details.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Weekend Sunrise starts now.
Good morning to you. Welcome to Weekend Sunrise. It's 8 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green, who's got our weather forecast. And do you see we have a little bug on our sky cam this morning? And that means good luck.
It does. I believe you.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a beautiful day, and that is always good luck
Perfect.
for a weekend. We love that, and it is going to be the last weekend of summer. Can't believe that.
Hard to believe.
Oh my goodness, but we are tracking some thunderstorm activity off to our northwest and portions of Wisconsin and Iowa this morning. That will move in later on tonight. So in the meantime, we are going to get to enjoy another gorgeous day. Here's a look from Morse Reservoir in Cicero, a gorgeous start there. Also from Crawfordsville, another beautiful start there. And taking a look at our current conditions right now, just a beautiful sky cam. We do have a few clouds, and those will start to thicken up as we head into the afternoon. Winds out of the southeast right now at 3 miles per hour. Current air temperature 54. It is 53 in Marion, 56 in Lafayette, 50 degrees still in Columbus, and 51 in Bloomington. But temperatures will rebound quickly today. We'll still see a lot of sunshine. The winds, though, will have a major impact today. They'll be a little bit breezy out of the southwest from 10 to about 20 miles per hour, and that will allow temperatures to climb into the upper 70s and low 80s all across central Indiana. We'll see a high temperatures around 74 degrees at 12 noon with the high of 81 degrees. And again, clouds will increase. It will be breezy. We are tracking the threat of severe weather later on tonight, and I'll have the timing of those storms coming up in your full forecast. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Today, a teenage murder victim will be laid to rest. Her family is getting some much needed help, though, with expenses. Someone killed 15-year-old Dominique Allen and then set her on fire last month. The tragedy has inspired more than 100 people, many of them are complete strangers, to donate money to pay for her funeral. The founder of a local group is helping the teen's family lay her to rest. She's creating and paying for a headstone for the Ben Davis freshman.
I love honoring life. Every life is worthy and every life is sacred, and even though this poor young girl died in a tragic situation and it's a media story about how she died, I want to bring life and honor and respect and legacy to her name.
And visitation is this morning at Hope Baptist Church. Her funeral will follow at noon. A headstone dedication service will likely take place in late October once it's finished. Well, Hawville is an Indianapolis neighborhood in mourning after a string of recent high-profile crimes. This morning, the community is joining together to bring back peace. Sunrise reporter Matt McCutcheon joins us live along North Home Street, where a peace walk gets underway this morning. Matt?
Crime is a concern in all the communities across the area, and it's no different here in Hawville. However, the statistics here over the past month speak for themselves. 3 murders in just about the past month, including the one of 15-year-old Dominique Allen and 2 other people as well. Other crime concerns here in the Hawville community include things like burglary, theft, and robberies here in this small community. Today, however, is not about the past, but looking forward to the future. A future that organizers of a peace walk today hope will be more peaceful here and calm in this community. Dozens of people from both in and around Hawville, as well as several agencies, will join here together for a walk around the community to come together and call for peace in this community. For the organizer, it is personal with her story, and she's also hoping that others will take heed.
We're trying to make a change. We're trying to bring a better connection, and we're trying to do safety for our seniors, our neighbors, and our children in Hawville. You know, I think if someone has something to do that makes sense and worthwhile, then a lot of things would change.
And several people in this neighborhood are looking for that change, looking for things to do here in the Hallville community to keep people engaged and active and out of a life of crime. Now, that community walk for peace gets underway here at 11 o'clock this morning, right here at the Lincoln Apartments at 530 North Home Street. This will be about a 2 to 3 mile walk through the community of Hallville. Everyone will pause for a moment of silence where Dominique Allen was brutally murdered. Reporting live, Matt McCutcheon, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Matt, thank you. Police have charged a man for 2 double homicides that kicked off a violent year here in Indianapolis, and the man is already behind bars on unrelated charges. Detectives say John Means killed 2 people in the 1800 block of North Rural Street on January 28th. Then they say he killed 2 more people in the 3400 block of North Hovey Street on February 1st. The killings reportedly happened less than a year after Means got out of prison after his conviction for another murder. Police are looking for whoever shot and killed a man on the northeast side yesterday. Officers were called to the 3200 block of Orchard Avenue around 12:30 yesterday morning. They found a man shot a number of times. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Police think the shooting might have happened somewhere else. Now they're asking anyone with any information on the crime to call Crime Stoppers. That number, 262-TIPS. A man squirrel hunting in Madison County caused a school to go on lockdown briefly yesterday morning. Police were called to East Elementary School on US 36 in Pendleton when a man with a gun was seen in the woods nearby. Officers spotted the man and took him in for questioning. He told them he was hunting and he was not arrested. And now Kelly Green is here to talk about really what's going to be a beautiful end to the summer.
Yes, absolutely. We'll enjoy a lot of sunshine. Temperatures have been running below normal. Today, we're actually going to climb above normal. A lot of sunshine on tap before some storms arrive. I'll have all those details coming up on Weekend Sunrise.
And thousands of Americans stranded after Hurricane Odile. Coming up, the big rescue operation underway in Mexico. Plus, addressing the recent wave of violence through art. Coming up, we'll talk with the artist of a new exhibit at the Central Library. Welcome back. There are so many theories as to why Indianapolis has seen so much violence lately. The question of why will be a topic of discussion at the Central Library today. One of the people taking part in that discussion is the artist behind this provocative art exhibit, Killin Kin. That's on display now at the library. In just the first month of this exhibit's opening, an estimated 3,000 people have viewed the exhibit by James Pate, and we're so lucky and fortunate to have James Pate with us now to talk about your art and the message you want to get across. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
First, talk to us about this exhibit. 13 pieces in all. What will we see?
13 pieces. Well, it's an exhibit that that speaks directly to youth about gun violence, and the exhibit I was hoping it would cause for youth to stop and reflect and think about their lives, their futures, and to think about what violence and killing each other is actually doing, both to themselves and also to the community.
And James, what inspired you to put this together?
Well, you know, I have a deep love for humanity in general, and specifically my own community and the black community. And, you know, to see this happening as an artist, it just drove me to try to create something that would get the attention, you know, of people, and hopefully it would help, you know, people who are dealing with youth directly, you know, everyone from, you know, community organizers to the clergy, coaches. It would help them explain to students what's happening and what they're doing. And
it really impacts everybody. I mean, everyone is touched by this, no matter what neighborhood you live in. We were just looking at some of the images. Are they paintings? Are they drawings?
Well, they're charcoal drawings, and they're panels. They're 30 by 40 inch panels.
Wow,
and,
beautiful. You're seeing this now, guys. It's beautiful. Those look really great. So what are you hoping comes out of this discussion today?
Well, I'm hoping that, you know, through dialogue you can discover solutions. It could mobilize action. Again, with youth, I mean, you know, you can help them to realize, you know, their own potential, and they can sort of steer away from this direction.
Such an important message, and art really can help show people what this is all about. James, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a beautiful exhibit. Again, there's a discussion happening today at the Central Library. It's from 2 until 3:30. That's the branch on St. Clair Street. It's downtown. This will be in the Clues Auditorium. So a really good opportunity to check out some beautiful art, but art that also has a lot of meaning behind it. James, thank you so much for joining us. And still coming up, a man is arrested after jumping the fence at the White House. Coming up, where the Secret Service caught up with him.
And we'll enjoy a beautiful Saturday before more storms move in. We are tracking thunderstorms that will move in later on tonight. I'll have the timing and the potential for some severe weather coming up on Weekend Sunrise.
Welcome back. There is a big rescue operation underway this weekend to pull out what could be thousands of Americans who are still stranded in Mexico 4 days since Hurricane Odile battered the Baja Peninsula. The State Department has already arranged for the evacuation of more than 500 citizens. As NBC's Mark Potter reports, it's a slow-moving operation with airports shut down and many roads impassable.
This is what it looked like at the height of the storm.
Oh my God.
A luxury hotel lobby destroyed by ferocious 125-mile-an-hour wind and rain from Hurricane Odile.
We're probably getting the strongest winds we've had all night. We're hearing roaring, screaming sounds of an airplane going by. That's a sign of very high winds. This whole entrance, boom, completely gone.
In this video taken by Weather Channel storm chaser Josh Morgerman, the wind pushes through doors and windows stacked with furniture. Afterwards, chaos, looting, the roads impassable and littered with debris. And while the airport is in shambles, thousands of Americans were stranded, desperate. They've been waiting for hours, some for days, in sweltering temperatures just to get on any plane bound for the U.S.
We're going home.
This morning, the U.S. military evacuated dozens of Americans to Los Angeles and San Diego. And commercial planes have been called in too, helping people like Chicago firefighter and Iraq veteran Jim Long finally get home this afternoon.
No one was coming to help us. We needed to help ourselves.
Jim and his fellow firefighters, all in Cabo for a friend's wedding, gathered their loved ones in a hotel hallway for safety. They slept in shifts to protect against looters and the escalating violence. Others have similar stories.
We had to sort of evacuate and take shelter, and we didn't know what was going on outside, so that was definitely, the 24 hours after it hit were really scary.
Back in Cabo, food, water, and gasoline are scarce as residents there try to put their lives back together. Just days ago, this paradise, a playground for so many, now destroyed. And those planes that are bringing people out of Cabo San Lucas are also taking in relief supplies as more bad weather is expected this weekend. Mark Potter, NBC News, Mexico City.
New information this morning about a man who jumped the fence at the White House. Secret Service officials say the man made it past the front doors before he was arrested. Security personnel locked down the White House and quickly captured the intruder. The president and his family were not home at the time of that incident. And I have a feeling we will hear a lot more about that one. A pretty big security breach there.
No doubt.
All right, Kelly. We are just expecting a beautiful day.
I know, it really will be. It's the last weekend of summer. Can you believe it? Fall arrives on Monday.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Where did it go? It wasn't that hot. That's why it flew.
Yes, actually, that's a good point. And so we are going to see more summer-like temperatures today. It actually will climb several degrees above average this afternoon. Already starting to see a few clouds move in as this next system approaches. A live look from our Noblesville weather bug cam. Also taking a look in Nashville. A beautiful start in Brown County right now, and here from our HD sky cam, the sun rose around 7:30 this morning, and we are just in for a beautiful start to our day. 54 degrees is the current air temperature. Winds are out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour, and temperatures all across central Indiana starting to climb. We're at 55 degrees in Nineveh, 56 in Frankton, 60 in Rossville, 56 in Crawfordsville, and 54 in Connorsville. Now we are expecting to see a warm summer-like day today. Temperatures will be climbing about 5 degrees above average. Storms will move in later on tonight. I'll have the timing in just a moment. And then on the backside of that system, a cool and dry pattern will return for the work week. In the meantime, today we'll see a breezy wind out of the southwest. Mostly sunny skies to start off with, and if you are heading to West Lafayette for the Purdue game, they play Southern Illinois this afternoon at 12 noon for that kickoff. Temperatures will be around 80 degrees at 3 p.m. and again, it will be breezy. Winds will be sustained from 10 to 20 miles per hour. As we head into the later hours this afternoon, though, the clouds will increase as this front moves in, and we'll stay dry for most of the day today before this next storm system arrives. In the meantime, today temperatures will be climbing to 81 degrees in Indianapolis. Again, a breezy wind out of the south-southwest. Clouds will increase through the afternoon with a high of 82 in Noblesville, 81 in Peru, 82 in Nashville, and 83 degrees the high in North Vernon. Later on this evening, That's what we are watching out for, this next frontal system. This is already bringing some storms across portions of Illinois and Wisconsin this morning. There is a slight risk of severe weather in our northwestern viewing area. That does include portions of Lafayette, Peru, and Kokomo. So this is something we will continue to monitor for you later this afternoon on into the evening. Future Track 13 starting the timeline here at 4 p.m. We'll start to see some of these storms developing as early as 6 p.m. and then they'll start to move into our western viewing area. Indianapolis Metro likely by 8 to 9 p.m. tonight, and then it'll move into our southeastern viewing area likely by midnight. Most of this will be out of here during the early morning hours on Sunday. We do have a threat of severe weather, though, of damaging winds and possibly some large hail. Temperatures will fall to 63 early tomorrow morning, and then we'll see a nice rebound again tomorrow afternoon with a high of 71 degrees. The first day of fall will feel like it with a high of 69. Low 70s return on Tuesday, and then the warming trend continues through the work week.
Kelly, thank you. Avon is celebrating its heritage today. It's the 6th year for the Avon Community Heritage Festival. There'll be craftsmen, a power bucket candy truck, a petting farm, and a bounce house. It all happens at the Avon Town Hall Park from 11 to 4. Then at 5, there's also a free concert. Sun King Brewery will play host today to craft brewers from across the country who all serve up their delicacy in a can. The second annual Canvitational is coming to Georgia Street and Pan Am Plaza from 1 to 5 today. 40 different craft breweries from 23 states all there, and they all have one thing in common. They can their beer. Tickets are still on sale. You can get one for $60. Still ahead on Weekend Sunrise, a unique way for you to support the troops this weekend. Coming up, where you can watch the Wounded Warriors softball tournament right here in Indy.
After 6 long years, Bailey is going home. From Indiana all the way to Texas. I'm Kevin Rader. We'll have his story coming up.
Welcome back. 8:24 on your Saturday morning. A 10-year-old Yorkie turned up in an Indianapolis area 6 years after he disappeared from his very comfortable lifestyle in Austin, Texas. Eyewitness News reporter Kevin Rader has the interesting tale.
Can I have your paw? Thank you.
If Bailey's learned anything, he's learned how to put his best foot forward. There's certainly one over everyone at the Post Road Vet. I pedaled and pike.
I was just walking down the sidewalk with a bone in my mouth. Now all this.
You see, someone found him,
Can you give me your paw?
bone in tow, Tuesday, and noticed he needed attention. So they brought him here.
Looking at him when he came in, we were like, he's not going to be chipped. Because he was just covered in fleas. He looked terrible. His teeth were terrible.
As soon as you run it over him, it pulls up the microchip number.
When they scanned the chip, they were surprised to learn he was also registered. But that wasn't the biggest surprise. He disappeared from Austin, Texas 6 years ago. Luckily, all those numbers were still current, so they called.
She could barely talk. She was like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm so excited. I'm not making any sense. Oh my gosh, he's my family. I'm so excited.
The pictures bear all that out. Bailey was living a dog's life before he disappeared. He was the ring bearer in his owner's wedding, made himself at home in Austin with a baby. His future was so bright, he had to wear shades. But that was 6 years ago.
I like your little tail.
Folks already raised $800 to get him home.
We actually have somebody that is going to be traveling to Austin on Thursday night, so she's going to take him with her.
The key to this homecoming is the microchip.
But it is rare for a dog to be missing for 6 years and be scanned in with a microchip. Oh, did you hear that cookie jar?
Bailey's been enjoying all the attention and certainly all the treats for now. But the real treat will come on Thursday.
So glad to get you back home.
Kevin Rader, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
So glad to get you back home.
Very cute little guy there. Well, a lot has changed since Bailey left. His family, which had one child when he disappeared, now they have 3, but they say their love for little Bailey has not changed at all. The National Wounded Warriors amputee softball teams are in town this weekend, and they will be playing teams from Indianapolis today. The group is made up of military vets who have lost limbs protecting our country. They travel around the country playing in tournaments and promoting wounded warriors. Today, they'll play in the Wind Up for Wounded Warriors USSSA softball tournament. First pitch at 8 o'clock this morning already happened, and it's at the Indianapolis Sports Park. The IUPUI Regatta is set to make waves on the downtown canal today. This is the 6th running of the regatta. A record 150 teams made up of 700 students are all expected to row in this intra-school event. Some staff and alumni are also getting in on the fun. Opening ceremonies start at 10 o'clock. Then there's a full day of heats leading up to the final award ceremony. That's at 5:30 this evening. For those of you not racing, but if you still want to go, there'll be a lot of food and music and entertainment, including the very popular cardboard boat regatta. Still ahead on Weekend Sunrise, vandalism at a local cemetery. We'll tell you who's responsible and what's being done to fix the broken monuments.
And it's going to be a great day for the regatta. We'll enjoy beautiful sunshine to start off today, and temperatures already rebounding to near normal. 55 in Nineveh, 61 in Rossville, 56 in Crawfordsville, and it's 54 in Connorsville. A nice warm up on the way, but we're also tracking the threat of some thunderstorms as well as the potential of severe weather. I'll have the details coming up on Weekend Sunrise.
The Purdue campus shooter learns his fate while we learn more about his motive for the murder. Why the judge decided he was not mentally ill. Plus, a local lawmaker steps down coming up. Why Eric Turner says he's giving up his seat.
And we are tracking a beautiful Saturday, but we do have some storms in the forecast. I'll have the timing coming up on Weekend Sunrise.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Weekend Sunrise starts now.
Good morning. It's 8:30 on your Saturday morning. Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green, and we are just thrilled with the weather yesterday and today, just in time for the end of summer.
It really has been a beautiful week. We've had a dry pattern really since after rain on Monday. Everything dried out. High pressure was really dominating the area, but now we are starting to see some changes arriving. Yeah, but we'll enjoy a nice summer day today. And of course, fall arrives on Monday and it will feel like it. Right now, though, just a beautiful look from our Connorsville cam. We do have a few high clouds beginning to move in, and another look here from our weather bug network. This is Greenfield. You can start to see a few of these clouds moving in as well, and it's all related with this cold front, but we are still going to enjoy a lot of sunshine today. Currently 54 degrees, winds out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour. Visibility down to 6 miles, so you may have some patchy fog in some locations this morning. It's currently 55 in Richmond as well as Marion and Kokomo, 56 in Lafayette, where the Purdue game will be at 12 noon today, 54 Indianapolis, and 51 in Bloomington. Now temperatures will climb quickly this afternoon thanks to a southwesterly breeze, and it will be a bit gusty at times, around 20 miles per hour to 25, and we'll start to see those clouds thickening up later this afternoon. But in the meantime, just a gorgeous day. We'll see mostly sunny skies this morning into early afternoon, and then the clouds will start to move in. The air temperature will be around 74 at 12 noon with a high of 81 degrees this afternoon. Now we are watching out for some storms that will start to push in a little bit later on tonight, as you can see already developing in portions of Wisconsin and Iowa. We'll have the timing on that as well as the threat of severe weather coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. We are learning more about a deadly shooting at Purdue. Yesterday in court, we learned about the motive for the murder and the brutality of the attack. Cody Cousins was defiant in court and showed no remorse for killing Andrew Bolt. The judge showed no leniency, giving him the maximum sentence, 65 years in prison. Sunrise reporter Rich Van Wyk says Cousins was not found mentally ill despite some disturbing evidence.
Cody Cousins appeared in court unrepentant and chilling, surprising even veteran prosecutor Pat Harrington.
But there are truly a few people out there who are evil and who will do atrocious acts.
Cousins' guilt was never in doubt. A dozen students saw him savagely murder Andrew Bolt. He surrendered and pled guilty. The question was why? Andrew's mother, Mary, in court demanded, "What did he do to make you so mad?" Cousins stayed silent. Later, the prosecutor answered.
In this case, he was just truly envious. Andrew Bolt, he was everything that the defendant wasn't.
Witnesses called Bolt smart, popular, well-liked, and always helpful. Psychiatrists testified Cousins had a history of drug abuse, mental illness, delusions, a bipolar disorder, schizophrenia. His mother, a psychologist, said he refused to take medication and was acting bizarre before the shooting. Cousins himself told the judge he lied to doctors. "I killed Andrew Bolt because I wanted to," he said. "I deal with consequences later." A week before the murder, evidence showed Cousins bought a handgun and practiced using it. He shot Bolt point blank 5 times, then stabbed him 17 times. Judge Thomas Bush called it a crime of hatred, a crime of terror, and found no reason to rule Cousins guilty but mentally ill. He will receive mental health counseling only if he asks for it.
Are you afraid of the day he walks out of prison?
I'm concerned for the people who are around when he walks out of prison. Yes, I am.
Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Pat Harrington is pleased with the judge's decision, displeased, though, with Indiana law. He plans to lobby the legislature asking for longer prison terms, up to 100 years for crimes like this. With good behavior, even with 65 years, Cody Cousins could be set free when he's in his early 50s. Rich Van Wyk, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
And Cousins' defense attorney says he was not surprised by the sentencing. He says his client has issues that need to be addressed.
You have people that are so mentally ill that they are not aware that they're mentally ill.
Andrew Bolt's family released a statement thanking everyone for their support. They also praised the investigators and prosecutors who handled the case. You can read much more about this case on our website at WTHR.com. A 19-year-old Indiana State University student is under arrest for a social media posting. Police say Rashawn Kanice Marshall Bowen from Indianapolis made a vague reference to a school shooting on an app Wednesday night. She's in the Vigo County Jail on a preliminary charge of harassment. Marshall Bowen will appear in court on Monday. A judge sentenced a Johnson County mother to 55 years in prison after she pleaded guilty but mentally ill in the drowning death of her 3-year-old son. The boy was in foster care but on a court-ordered overnight visit with Smith in Trafalgar when he died. Smith told police she drowned him in a bathtub. She told a judge she believed God directed her to kill Jacob. Smith has been diagnosed as a schizophrenic. She'll be getting mental health treatment while she's in prison. 2 Henry County teenagers are expected to turn themselves in to police next week for charges after vandalizing a cemetery. Sheriff's investigators say the pair is part of a group of kids that damaged property at the Louisville Cemetery this past July. Caretakers found headstones smashed, tombstones pushed over, and monuments knocked to the ground and shattered in pieces. Arrest warrants name 18-year-olds Jansen Smith and Gilbert Ray, but investigators say more arrests are possible. A tombstone repairman tells Eyewitness News that it will take weeks and thousands of dollars to repair. A fundraiser is now planned for October 18th to help pay for those repairs. A local lawmaker says he is stepping down. An ethics investigation cleared Cicero Republican Senate Representative Eric Turner of wrongdoing, but he's giving up a seat anyway. The ethics committee investigated him for arguing against a nursing home ban that would have hurt his son's business. Turner is on the November ballot, but he says he'll step down if he's reelected. Turner says he's taking a job with a Christian organization that's called Equip. The private company that runs the Indiana toll road says it's filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in a prearranged deal with its largest lenders and creditors. The reorganization deal does not call for layoffs or toll increases. A Spanish-Australian consortium paid the state $3.8 billion in 2006 for a 75-year lease to operate the 157-mile-long road in northern Indiana, but tolls have not generated quite as much as projected. And if you're heading outside today for any of the many events going on, you're going to enjoy it.
Absolutely. A summer day today before summer comes to an end on Monday.
Hard to believe.
I know. It'll be a bright, sunny day, but we are tracking some thunderstorms. Already seeing a line of storms that have been moving across portions of Iowa and Wisconsin this morning. That cold front moving our way. I'll have the timing.
Welcome back, 8:41 on your Saturday morning. The head of the NFL admits he made a mistake and now he's trying to correct it. Commissioner Roger Goodell says he has not considered resigning despite a series of issues involving NFL players.
I'm not satisfied with what we did. I let myself down. I let everybody else down. And for that, I'm sorry, as I mentioned earlier. But that's what we're going to correct, and that's what we're going to fix.
Goodell there referring to the Ray Rice domestic violence case. Now he says a new NFL committee will set standards and review the conduct of players, coaches, and owners. He wants to have that new policy in place before the next Super Bowl. Well, after a week of debate, $1.2 million in domestic violence prevention money will be withheld. Trustees of the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute are requiring private agencies to submit spending plans before the money is doled out. Activists say they've already submitted detailed budgets but have not received the money the state promised months ago. And WTHR is shattering the silence on domestic violence. Go to WTHR.com to find out what resources are available. You can also call 211. And it's Joan Rivers talking to us from the grave. Yesterday, the comedian who died earlier this month appeared to post to her Instagram account praising the new iPhone 6 and announcing her plans to buy one. The post read in part, quote, "My old phone is being replaced by an iPhone 6 and not the fat one." Good Joan Rivers joke there for sure. It's not unusual for publicists or other representatives of celebrities to post for them on social media, so the post may have actually been written earlier and then scheduled for release on Friday. That was the day the new iPhones hit stores. Post, though, was quickly taken down. That's what I would guess happened. They probably thought of the joke, wrote it up, and said, okay, release this on this Friday, without obviously thinking to take it down after she died. Well, they took it down now. Anyway, it'll be a really beautiful day, guys, out there.
Yes, it's going to be beautiful here. Of course, it's the last weekend of summer, and today a lot of events going on. The Quaker Festival Days going on in Plainfield today, and just a lot of activities. A Purdue game today. So, so we are going to enjoy a beautiful start to our day. A lot of sunshine. It is currently 54 degrees. Winds are out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour. We'll start to see those winds really picking up today. Here's a live look from our Sharpsville camera. A lot of blue skies, starting to see a few high cirrus clouds building in. Also, our city of Westfield, another beautiful start to our Saturday, and we are going to enjoy the last day of summer, or last few days of summer, on a warm note, at least today. Currently 55 degrees in Nineveh, 62 in Rossville, 59 in Crawfordsville, 51 in Bloomington, and 53 right now in Connorsville. And we are tracking a summer-like day today. Temperatures will be climbing several degrees above average. Thunderstorms will be likely later on tonight. I'll have the timing on that. And then behind the cold front that moves in, another dry and cool pattern will return. In the meantime, today, we'll enjoy a lot of sunshine today. And if you are heading to West Lafayette for the Purdue game, for some tailgating weather this morning, great conditions. Temperatures will be 66 degrees during the 10 o'clock hour. By 12 noon for kickoff, 74 degrees. So it will be a fantastic day for football. The rest of the afternoon, we'll start to see those clouds thickening up as the cold front moves in a little bit closer, but a majority of your day is going to be dry before we start to see some storms moving in. In the meantime, it will be a breezy day. Winds will be out of the southwest. That southwesterly component will allow temperatures to climb to 81 degrees this afternoon. May see a gust or two around 20 to 25 miles per hour. High today at 82 in Lafayette, 81 in Greencastle, 82 in Nashville, 80 degrees in Muncie and Richmond. Now later on tonight, we'll watch this cold front move in, and this is already bringing a lot of stormy activity across portions of the upper Great Lakes area. So we are outlined for a slight risk of severe weather. That does include portions of Tippecanoe, Cass, Carroll, Fountain, Warren, Miami counties for later on this evening. So this is an area that we'll really be watching out for. The good news is once sunset occurs around 7:45, we'll start to see those storms weakening. So starting future track here at 4 o'clock this afternoon, it does look likely that we'll start to see some storms popping up after 6 p.m. It'll continue during the 8 o'clock hour. We'll see more widespread thunderstorm activity later on this evening around 9 to 10 o'clock tonight. And then around midnight, most of it will be in our southeastern viewing area into the early morning hours on Sunday. We'll start to see things clearing back out again, making way for a nice Sunday. In the meantime, as far as rainfall potential goes, Most areas will pick up around a couple tenths of an inch. Some of those heavier downpours and those thunderstorms could bring half an inch, maybe even 1 inch of rainfall. And as far as those severe thunderstorms are concerned, we may see some damaging winds and some large hail. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will fall to 63, still running several degrees above average tomorrow morning. Not going to see much of a warm up tomorrow, though. We'll see a high around 71 degrees, and notice the clouds will start to thin out as we head into the afternoon hours. So here's a look at your SkyTrack 13 forecast. High of 81 today, summer conditions, then 71 for tomorrow. The first day of fall, Monday, feeling like it with a high of 69, low 70s for Tuesday, upper 70s return for the rest of the work week. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. The push is on now for everyone to get a flu shot, and if you're a senior, you can get one for free this morning. Ryan Bell and Christine Harding joining us live now this morning from Socoa near 52nd and Keystone. This is such an important, such a great event. What do folks need to know before they get there?
Well,
Go ahead, Owen.
we have flu shots today here as part of our Safe at Home Day. People can come if they have their insurance card or if they're on Medicare, if they can bring that card with them. And we have folks here from the National Council on Aging and Walgreens and doing flu shots here in our parking lot here at Socoa.
And how many folks are you hoping to get flu shots to? It's a lot, huh?
We're hoping that a number of people come out to get their flu shot this morning and are able to protect themselves from the flu for this coming flu season, yes.
What should people bring with them today to make sure everything goes as planned? Some cards and other information.
Sure. Well, if they are 65 and older and they are a Medicare beneficiary, they should make sure that they bring their Medicare card because the flu shot is a covered preventative benefit for them. And then if they're just covered by regular insurance, they need to bring their regular insurance card with them. For folks that are 65 and older, it's also important for them to know that there are actually flu vaccine options for them. There's a standard dose, and then there's also a higher dose vaccine for older adults that are 65 and older.
We often think about flu shots for our younger kids, for school-age kids. Why is this so important for seniors?
Sure. Well, it's it's important to remember that the CDC recommends that everyone 6 months and older receive their flu vaccine, with rare exception. But what's really important for older adults is that, as we get older, our immune system weakens, and it's really important that they protect themselves against the flu. Knowing that there are options for them. There are many folks that have other health complications, diabetes, heart disease, and so forth that also can be complicated by the flu. So again, it's really important for them to find out the options that are available for them, talk to their healthcare provider, and to protect themselves against the flu.
And how's the turnout so far this morning, guys?
We're really excited. This is our Safe at Home Day, and it's sponsored by United Home Healthcare. And so we're doing home safety modifications today and fall prevention activity and the flu shots, and just a great way to get the message out about all the ways that people can improve their health and be safe at home.
Well, thank you both so much, all three of you, for joining us this morning. We really appreciate your time, and hopefully you get a good turnout. Such an important day for a lot of seniors and everyone out there in our community. Thank you again.
Sure. If I could just mention that for folks that aren't able, if I could just mention that for folks that aren't able to come down and get their flu shots today, that the information about our campaign, Flu Plus You, is available on our website, ncoa.org/flu. So there is information for those folks that want to receive more information about the vaccines that are available to them.
Well, thank you again. In case you missed it, again, you can get more information online if you can't make it there today. Thank you again, and we hope the turnout is good. Now on to other news now. Here's Dave Calabro with a look at what's coming up in sports.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Calabro. Guess what? It's week 5 of Operation Football. Don't go away. The Eastern Cheerleaders are here. We're going to rock the house this morning. Stay with us. It's Operation Football.
I'm Gary Dick, and here's what's topping Indiana business news headlines this week. Community Health Network in Indianapolis says it will invest $175 million to build 3 new health pavilions in its East region over the next few years. The project also includes an expansion of Community East Emergency Department, which will nearly double the number of patient beds. The city of Carmel has announced a $150 million redevelopment proposal designed to create a, quote, continuous downtown core. Midtown, which is currently 11 acres of primarily industrial property, connects the Arts and Design District and Carmel's city center. Plans call for 7 new buildings with a mix of residential, office, and retail space. Central Indiana community and transportation leaders detailed plans this week for construction of a 28-mile transit line from Westfield to Greenwood. Indianapolis recently landed a $2 million grant to help fund that project. The line would connect destinations including the Children's Museum, Eli Lilly and Company, and several universities. Washington Prime Group, which spun off earlier this year from Indianapolis-based Simon Property Group, has announced a $4.3 billion acquisition. The deal for Glimcher Realty Trust in Ohio results in a combined portfolio of 119 properties. And we'll have all of the week's business news, including details on that massive Carmel project and how it will be funded, as I go one-on-one with Carmel Mayor Jim Brainerd. That's tomorrow morning at 11 right here on Channel 13. I'm Gary Dick. Go out and make it a successful weekend.
Operation Football on Eyewitness News is brought to you by Marsh, Reed Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Ray Skillman Automotive, and powered by the IHSAA.
You have to want it more than they do. Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Week 5 of Operation Football. I'm Dave Calabro on this Saturday morning. The Eastern Comet cheerleaders with us are going to cheer in a minute, but first, it's time for Operation Football Skylights. Let's jump on board last night. Let's head to Fishers on a perfect Friday night to fly, and you can't miss those Tiger fans. Fishers wants that Spirit Award. Brownsburg fights the crowd in a hurry. Josh Pierce with a piercing blow, a sack and a fumble. The Dogs feed the big dog. Toke Akinrabadi goes 40 yards for the lead. But Fishers can run the rock too. Maurice Campbell with 3 touchdowns. Fishers wins big, 49-14. They score another TD as Chopper 13 heads out of town. We head to Westfield just in time to see the Shamrock defense step up. The interception to slow down Hamilton Southeastern. But the Royals get the rock back and score. Curtis Goss finishes the job for the TD. Westfield rocking the house with a 10-point lead and feeling good. The Shamrocks trying to defend their Operation Football Spirit Award title, and they enjoy a big homecoming win, 34-20. Let's jump back on board Chopper 13 and head to Pendleton Heights. The Arabians rolling out the welcome mat. But New Palestine had control of this game. Duke Blackwell with a pick, and he makes sure he's going to get on Channel 13. Oh, that's too close for comfort. Sterling Curran does the rest. Number 44 goes 43 yards for the score as New Pal wins 56-7 on a picture-perfect night for Operation Football Skylights. Yeah, we had a great time last night. All right, here we go. Time for Cheerleaders of the Week all the way from Eastern High School. The Comets ladies, take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4, let's go. We're back. The Comets are here. The best, that's right. This is our year. So turn and watch. You're looking at the best. We're loud and proud. We're EHS. Eastern's the name. Enough's been said. Channel 13. Cheering for our team. Operation Football. Let's go. Big screen.
Nice job, girls. Here, a quick selfie on Operation Football. And Dave Calabro, have a great weekend. Say good morning to these guys and more highlights on WTHR.com. See you later.
Got to get the selfie in there. Well, the legacy of IndyCar champion Dan Weldon will be honored this weekend. Today is the second annual Dan Weldon Memorial Pro-Am Karting Challenge. The event raises money to help fund Alzheimer's research. Eyewitness Sports reporter Jason Spells spoke with Dan's wife, Susie Weldon, about the event and how the family's doing.
How are you? How are Oliver and Sebastian and the boys?
We're doing well. We're doing good. They are in school started now, and they're at the same school together, so they're really enjoying it. They'll actually be here on Friday. They're coming in tomorrow, so they'll be out at the track on Saturday as well. But we're doing well.
To have this family event, I understand Dan's relatives are coming over from England, as well as your extended IndyCar family, all part of this special go-kart race this week.
You know, that's the great thing about racing. It's just such a family community, and I've got so much love and support, you know, that has been poured out to me the last 3 years, almost 3 years. And so it really does feel like a family. And anytime I can come back here and, you know, obviously to put on an event like this is really special, and to be able to give back. And, you know, some of Dan's family came over last year, his dad and his brothers.
I understand this event raises money for the Alzheimer's Foundation. We know that was very important to Dan. Why are you carrying on his legacy with something that greatly affected him and his mother?
Yeah, it was just, you know, it was an important thing for him to kind of build awareness around it, because his mother obviously was diagnosed, and unfortunately she lost her battle in April. And so it was just really important for me to kind of carry on that work that he had started doing. And you know, it's an important part of his legacy, and something that I want to continue as long as I can, and, you know, eventually be able to share that with our children as well.
Yeah, you're speaking of sharing things with your children. I was reading Sebastian is in a go-kart now. Little Sebastian's not so little anymore.
I know. That's the thing. They get big so fast. He's 5.5, so he actually got his first kart at this event last year. Top Kart presented him with his own kid kart. So he's been racing for about a year.